Welcome back to Get It Done Certified, Episode 14 of the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, CLF-C02, playlist takes us through questions 131 through 140. Let's continue your practice. Question 131. A company has teams that have different job roles and responsibilities. The company's employees often change teams. The company needs to manage permissions for the employees so that the permissions are appropriate for the job responsibilities. Which IAM resource should the company use to meet this requirement with the least operational overhead? Option A, IAM user groups. Option B, IAM roles. Option C, IAM instance profiles. Option D, IAM policies for individual users. The correct answer is A, IAM user groups. Explanation: user groups let you assign and update permissions in one place as team membership changes. Amazon. Why not option B? IAM roles best for granting temporary permissions, not day-to-day user access. Why not option C? IAM instance profiles used only to associate roles with EC2 instances. Why not option D? IAM policies for individual users creates high administrative overhead. Question 132. Which AWS service can a company use to securely store and encrypt passwords for a database? Option A, AWS Shield. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS Identity and Access Management, EAM. Option D, Amazon Cognito. The correct answer is B, AWS Secrets Manager. Explanation: Secrets Manager centralizes secret storage, encryption, and rotation workflows. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Shield DDoS protection, not secret storage. Why not option C? EAM manages users and roles, not credential storage. Why not option D? Amazon Cognito customer identity management, not arbitrary secrets. Question 133. What can a cloud practitioner use to retrieve AWS security and compliance documents and submit them as evidence to an auditor or regulator? Option A, AWS Certificate Manager. Option B, AWS Systems Manager. Option C, AWS Artifact. Option D, Amazon Inspector. The correct answer is C, AWS Artifact. Explanation: AWS Artifact provides on-demand access to AWS compliance reports and certifications. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Certificate Manager manages SSL/TLS certificates. Why not option B? AWS Systems Manager automates operational tasks on AWS resources. Why not option D? Amazon Inspector runs vulnerability assessments. Question 134. Which encryption types can be used to protect objects at rest in Amazon S3? Choose 2. Option A, server-side encryption with Amazon S3 Managed Keys, SSCS3. Option B, server-side encryption with AWS KMS Managed Keys, SSCKMS. Option C, TLS. Option D, SSL. Option E, Transparent Data Encryption, TDE. The correct answers are A and B. Option A, server-side encryption with Amazon S3 Managed Keys, SSCS3. Option B, server-side encryption with AWS KMS Managed Keys, SSCKMS. Explanation: both SSCS3 and SSCKMS encrypt objects at rest. TLS/SSL protect data in transit, and TDE applies to databases. Why not option C? TLS encrypts data in transit. Why not option D? SSL encrypts data in transit. Why not option E? TDE database level encryption, not S3. Question 135. Which option is a physical location of the AWS global infrastructure? Option A, AWS data sync. Option B, AWS region. Option C, Amazon Connect. Option D, AWS organizations. The correct answer is B, AWS region. Explanation. An AWS region is a geographic area that contains multiple isolated data centers. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Data Sync Data Transfer Service. Why not option C? Amazon Connect Cloud Contact Center Service. Why not option D? AWS Organizations Account Management Tool. Question 136. A company wants to integrate its online shopping website with social media login credentials. Which AWS service can the company use to make this integration? Option A, AWS Directory Service. Option B, AWS Identity and Access Management, (IAM). Option C, Amazon Cognito. Option D, AWS IAM Identity Center, AWS Single Sign-On. The correct answer is C, Amazon Cognito. Explanation. Cognito supports social identity providers, Facebook, Google, etc. For user federation. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Directory Service integrates with on-premises Active Directory. Why not option B? IAM primarily for AWS user authentication, not social logins. Why not option D? IAM Identity Center Corporate SSO, not social federation. Question 137. Which AWS service is used to track, record, and audit configuration changes made to AWS resources? Option A, AWS Shield. Option B, AWS Config. Option C, AWS IAM. Option D, Amazon Inspector. The correct answer is B, AWS Config. Explanation. Config captures resource configuration history and changes for auditing and compliance. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Shield DDoS protection. Why not option C? AWS IAM Identity and Access Management. Why not option D? Amazon Inspector Vulnerability Assessment. Question 138. A customer runs an on-demand Amazon Linux EC2 instance for 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 6 seconds. For how much time will the customer be billed? Option A, 3 hours, 5 minutes. Option B, 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 6 seconds. Option C, 3 hours, 6 minutes. Option D, 4 hours. The correct answer is B, 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 6 seconds. Explanation. Linux on-demand EC2 billing is by the second after a 1-minute minimum, so the full runtime is billed Amazon. Why not option A, 3 hours, 5 minutes omits seconds? Why not option C, 3 hours, 6 minutes rounds up to the next minute? Why not option D, 4 hours unnecessary rounding to the hour? Question 139. A company website is experiencing DDoS attacks. Which AWS service can help protect the company website against these attacks? Option A, AWS Resource Access Manager. Option B, AWS Amplify. Option C, AWS Shield. Option D, Amazon Guard Duty. The correct answer is C, AWS Shield. Explanation: Shield provides always-on network protection against DDoS attacks. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Resource Access Manager shares resources, not security. Why not option B? AWS Amplify front-end web/mobile hosting. Why not option D? Amazon Guard Duty threat detection service, not DDoS mitigation. Question 140. A company wants a customized assessment of its current on-premises environment. The company wants to understand its projected running costs in the AWS cloud. Which AWS service or tool will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, AWS Control Tower. Option D, Migration Evaluator. The correct answer is D, Migration Evaluator. Explanation: Migration Evaluator, formerly TSO Logic, analyzes on-premises systems and projects' cloud costs. Amazon. Why not option A? AWS Trusted Advisor provides best practice recommendations, not cost projections. Why not option B? Amazon Inspector Security Assessment Tool. Why not option C? AWS Control Tower automates multi-account setup and governance. That wraps up this episode. Follow the channel for more certification practice videos and share this one with someone who could use the extra exam preparation. The next episode continues the question set.